Hey, welcome to Color Up. Today we're going to talk about the lay bet. A lay bet is essentially betting against these numbers. So if you have a lay bet against the 6, you're actually betting on the 7 to show before the number. So that's essentially all lay bet is. Now we're going to get into the details in this video of how you can win with the roll of the 7. Like I said, a lay bet is a bet with the 7 against one of these box numbers. Now, the thing to know about that is you're always going to be the favorite to win. If you look at our probability chart, there's 6 ways to roll a 7, and there are always less numbers to roll some of these other numbers. So you always have the advantage, or you're more likely to win. So let's look at the math real quick. There are 6 ways to roll a 7. There are only 3 ways to roll a 4 or the 10. We'll focus on the 4. So you're a 6-3 or 2-1 favorite. You're twice as likely to win if you make a lay bet against the 4. So because you're the favorite, you lay out more money and you win back less. So how do you make a lay bet? The dealer's going to help you with this. What you're going to do is take your dollar amount that you'd like to bet. In this case, let's say it's $40. You'll put it in the column and tell the dealer, I'd like to lay against the 4. Sometimes it's called a no 4. I'd like to make a no 4 bet. Either way is acceptable. So what the dealer's going to do is he's going to take your money and put it behind the 4 and mark it with a button, a lammer, or a button that marks it as a lay bet. Now they're also going to collect a vig from you to make this bet. And I'm going to get to that in a minute, but let me talk about the payoffs first. So we're a 2-1 favorite. We bet $40. We're going to win back or get paid 1-2. So a $40 bet, if we win, we're going to win $20. So yes, you're risking twice as much, but that's because you're 2 times the favorite. Now, this is a completely fair bet, and the casino is just not going to make any money off of it. So they're not cool with a fair bet for the player. So what they're going to do is they're going to charge a vig or a commission to make this bet. So when you make this bet, it's always going to be based on the win amount. We know if we bet 40, we're going to win 20 on the 4 or the 10. Well, 5% is the vig of the win amount. 5% of $20 is $1. So they're going to require a 5% or $1 vig to make this $40 bet. So up front, they're going to say, hey, give me $41 to make that bet. And then you get paid 1-2. So if it wins, which it's twice as likely it should, you're going to get paid $20 for that $41 bet. Now I'm told there are casinos that will only take the vig if you win. I have not come across that. If you have, please put it down in the comments and list where that's very favorable. If the 4 rolls, you would lose this bet, and so you would lose $41. But if they only collected the vig in case you won, you would only lose $40. And that's a significant difference, and it lowers the house percentage basically in half. It makes it a very good bet. But like I said, I don't know if those exist. Let's talk about the minimum amount that you can make a lay bet for. So let's look at it like this. Let's say we made a $30 lay bet. Well, we know it would only get paid $15. They would still charge you that same $1 vig. There might be casinos that break out quarters or something, but it's very rare. So essentially they're going to be dealing with $1 chips. They're going to charge you $31 to only get paid $15. In that case, your vig is not 5%. It's much higher. Like I think it's like 7.5, right? Because if you bet 20 to win 10, your vig is essentially 10%. So I know at minimum a casino is going to make your lay bet have to win back the table minimum. So if it's 10, if it's 15, whatever, that's fine. But as a player, you should never make a lay bet unless you're going to win back at least $20. That way your house or vig percent is not more than 5%. So make sure whenever you make your lay bets, you're going to win at least $20. Now the 4 and 10 are the most common numbers that you'll see a lay bet against, but you can make a lay against any of these numbers. The 4 and 10 are just popular because you're always a 2-1 favorite. Here on the 5 and 9, you're a 3-2 favorite to win. And here on the 6 and 8, you're a 6-5 favorite, right? 6 ways to roll a 7, 5 ways to roll the 6 or 8, 6-5 favorite. So let's go through it real quick. The 4 and 10, you're going to make a $40 lay bet to win 20. And that's going to cost you $41, right? 41 to win 20. On the 5 and 9, you're going to make a $30 bet. So it's going to take a dollar vig. that $30 bet is going to win $20. Paid 1 to 2, here you get paid 2 to 3. And the 6 and 8, we're going to get paid 5 to 6. So again, that $30 lay bet, and again, it's going to cost $1 vig. We'll mark that up. That $30 lay bet is going to win actually $25. So you're risking less and getting paid more, but that's because, you know, the odds are very close to even that you're going to win or lose this bet. Another advantage about the lay bet is you can win all of these at once. So if a 7 rolls, you're going to win all these bets. The only way to lose it is by rolling the numbers. So if we roll a 5, you would lose this lay bet, but you only lose one number at a time. Other lay bets are still working. Another advantage of the lay bet is you can increase it if you'd like. So we can take this bet from 40 to 80 to kind of whatever we want, 100. We can increase it anytime, and we can also remove it at any time. Let's say we're nervous, it's been a long time, we think the 4, or we just want to leave or whatever, and we want to remove our bet. They're not contract bets, so you ask the dealer, hey, dealer, pull down my lay 4. No problem. There's your lay, and they'll actually return your vig to you as well. I guess one last thing I would mention about the lay bet is the lay bet is always on, just like any other don't bets. If you're making a don't bet, whether the puck is off or on, it is working, it is on, and they're not going to turn your lay bet off. They're just going to, if you don't want your lay bet anymore, they're just going to return it to you, and again, they give you your vig back. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about a lay bet. Essentially, if you want to bet on the 7, you don't have to make an any 7 or a hop 7 bet. You can lay against a number. A lot of times you'll hear it called a direct lay. You're directly laying that one of these numbers is not going to roll, but a 7 is going to roll first. So there's a lot of different ways that you can cover your bets or hedge or implement this into your strategy when you would like to see the 7 roll. As I mentioned, the 4 and 10 are most common, so let me just show you kind of how that would look like. Let's say we make a $100 lay bet. $100 lay bet on the 4 is going to win $50. 5% of that is $250. So they may charge you $2 in vig. They may charge you $3 in vig depending on the casino. A better casino for the player is going to charge you $2. So now you have 6 ways to win. There's 3 ways to lose. But a lot of times you might see a player who makes a lay bet. They then make a bet on the hard 4. So now we've taken 3 losing combinations down to 2, because if we roll a hard 4, we would lose this bet, but we would win here. You probably want to increase your bet a little bit because this is only going to pay 35. It's not going to quite cover this. But I think you get the idea. You're eliminating combinations to lose against while you still have that 7 working for you with 6 combinations to win. So that's why you'll probably see on the table the 4 and 10 laid most common, just because it is such a big advantage. The problem is you only get paid half, right? But that's the math of the game. So anyway, if you have any further questions about lay bets, please ask me. I'll be glad to answer them. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I know I show strategies with lays. I'll probably link and refer to this video if you do have a question in the future, or there's always new players that are like, hey, what in the world is a lay bet? This is a lay bet, and it's just another way to bet for or against a number.